Okay, now after we have familiarized ourselves with the Unity editor interface, yeah, let's talk about the basic concepts in creating a game in Unity. Yeah, as you have known already, any object in Unity is called a GameObjects. Yeah. For now, we will create a new game object. Unity has some primitive 3D objects, cube, sphere, cylinder, and so on. Yeah, let's try to add a new cube here. Yeah, just right click on any empty space on the hierarchy window, right click, and then select 3D objects and select cube. Yeah, alternatively, you can also click on this plus sign to create any game object. Yeah, 3D object, cube, or you can also select a game object menu here and then select the 3D objects and cube. Yeah, so there are many ways to create a primitive game object in Unity. Yeah, I will just use a right click here to add any 3D object. Yeah, this is our cube. This is my cube. As you can see here in my scene. Yeah, I'm sorry, my 2D 2D menu is active, so I will deselect this first. Yeah, make sure you have not accidentally activate the 2D mode. Yeah, so this is my 2D mode. Yeah, remember X, Y, Z is red, green, and blue. Yeah, so this is my cube, my tiny cube. We will try to manipulate our game object first. Just use any of these available tools at the upper left side of the Unity. Yeah, we have hand tool here, and then move tool simply to move the game object, rotate tool to rotate, scale tool to scale, rect tool. We will visit this later when we talk about Unity user interface. Yeah. And then we have move, rotate, or scale selected objects here, or Unity call it transform tool. Yeah, the next one, custom editor tools is unused for now. Yeah, we will only use the first 6 tools: move, hand, move, rotate, scale, rect. Rect tool later when we create a Unity UI, and transform tool. Yeah, we have some shortcuts here. We have a shortcut. This is a Q, W, E, R, T, and Y. Yeah, so QWERTY will represent any of these 6 tools. Yeah, for example, if you want to select your move tool, then just simply tap W. If you want to select rotate, then E. To select the scale is R. Yeah, rect tool is T, and the last one, the transform tool is Y. Yeah. Let's talk about these tools one by one. The first one is the move tool. Yeah, if you select move tool and then select your cube, yeah, make sure your cube is already selected. Then you will see this. I will call this move gizmo. Yeah, and remember the color code XYZ is R, G, and B. Yeah. So for example, if I want to move my cube to the X direction, then just click on the red arrow and drag it. If I want to move to the Y axis, yeah, click on the green arrow, then drag it. Z axis. And also, if you notice here, I will zoom into my screen for a while. Yeah, because maybe it is a little hard to see. Let me zoom in. If you see here, we have also tiny boxes in the gizmos. at the center of the gizmo. This represents the plane. So if you want to move a game object to a plane, so for example, like in the X and Z plane, you can just select this box and then move it along the X and Z plane. Using the same concept, if you want to move your cube to the X and Y plane, then select this box and move it around. That is the use of a move tool. And then the rotate tool here. You can rotate any game object to the x-axis, y, or z-axis. So for example, something like this. And don't worry if you feel your mouse is not enough, then you can just simply go past the boundaries. Your mouse will actually be wrapped in your screen. X, Y, and Z. For the white circle, you will rotate your object to the screen space. There is the Z axis of the scene window. I will reset my rotation first. You can also input your desired properties for the rotation by typing it manually, something like this. Or you can also drag your mouse at the label. So for example, if you want to move your cube to the X axis, then just click and drag over here on the X label. This is for the Y, this is for the Z, and so on. Let's try the scale tool. This gizmo looks something like this. You have 3 boxes now. You can resize your cube to the x-axis only, y-axis only, z-axis only, or uniform through all axes. That is the use of scale tool. For the rect tool, let's leave it for now. This is usually only used for 2D objects and for user interface. We will leave it for now. The next tool, this is the move, move, rotate, and scale tools combined into one. So I can simply move, rotate, and scale my objects at the same time, using only one tool. But maybe you will find this tool is distracting because we have 3 gizmos displayed at once. So maybe if you only want to move your tool, just use the move tool instead. And the scale gizmo for this tool is only available if you activate the local mode for this game object. If not, for the global, then you will not have the scale tool. What is the meaning of a center and local? This tool is used to determine the position of the move and rotate tool gizmo of any given or selected game object. The first one is used for the position. We have 2 possible values, pivot and center. Pivot means the move and rotate tool will be positioned at the actual point of the game object. Meanwhile, center means the center of selected game object. For now, both are roughly the same. So you may select any mode you want. I usually leave it at center. Yeah, the second toggle is for the rotation. Yeah, if you select global, it means the global orientation. Yeah, let me rotate my cube first. Yeah, into something like this. Yeah, if you notice, then my move gizmo will actually still looks like this. Yeah, similar to the axis gizmo shown here. Yeah, my x will still points to the x positive. My y is still pointed towards the y positive, and z to the z positive as well. Yeah, but if I choose global, then my move gizmo will actually look like this because my cube is already rotated. Yeah, so for a local move tool, my axis actually points here. My y is no longer upwards, but somewhere up here, and my z points to here. Yeah, so there is a difference of global and local. The third button is toggle grid snapping. Yeah, it's only available when we set the tool handle to global. Yeah, if we use the global selection and then we activate snapping, our game object will move in a snapped position. Yeah, as you can see, as you can notice here in the inspector. Yeah, now my position is um, no longer in a decimal number. Yeah, it is snapped by 1 point. Yeah, if needed, you can activate the grid snapping toggle. Okay, now let's talk about the navigation in the scene window. Yeah, I will maximize my scene window for a while. Yeah, to navigate on the scene window, we have so many tools here. We can pan our scene by using the move tool. Oh, sorry, not move tool, hand tool. Yeah, we can pan around our scene here. Or if you don't want to select your hand tool, you can actually use the middle click. Yeah, so for example, I middle click here. For momentarily, I will activate my hand tool and then I can move around freely until I release the middle button. Yeah, there is two pen. To orbit, you will hold the Alt first until your mouse uh, changes into the eye icon, and then just left click and drag it. Yeah, and then you can zoom on your scene by Alt and right click. Yeah, so hold Alt, but this time hold right click instead. Yeah, so you will see the zoom icon here. Then move right, move up or down to zoom in or zoom out. Yeah, if you have a mouse with a scroll wheel, you can actually use the scroll wheel also to zoom in and zoom out. Yeah, and then we have another mode called fly through mode. Yeah, to activate a fly through mode, just right click until your cursor changes into an eye with 4 rectangles here. I will zoom in first, so that you can see better. Yeah, this is a mouse with eye and 4 little rectangles. Yeah, which resembles. If you are a gamer, you must know what is this. Yeah, this resembles the WASD buttons. Yeah, so actually you can move freely with WASD. W to move forward, S to move backwards, A to move left, D to move right, and we have actually two more buttons, Q to move up and E to move down. Yeah, so this is the fly through mode. You can combine by rotating your dragging your mouse to rotate and use the WASD and optionally Q and E. Yeah. If you find the movement is too slow, just hold shift to fasten the camera speed, something like this. Yeah, so please familiarize yourself with this navigation in the scene window. Yeah, pan, middle click and drag, rotate, alt and left click, zoom. Just simply use mouse scroll wheel if you have. If you don't have, then you must use alt and right click. And also familiarize yourself with the fly through mode. Okay, I will restart my scene window. Yeah, then we will talk about the world space and local space. Yeah, the outermost game objects in the hierarchy are located on the world space. So I have three game objects now: main camera, directional light, and cube. Yeah, all of these are located on the world space. So if I have my cube on the position 0, 0, and -1, it is actually located on the 0, 0, and -1 of my world. Yeah, that is the game world. But if we have any game objects nested inside another game object, they are actually located on the local space. Yeah, we will call any of the nested game objects, we will call them children of a game object here. They transform either the position, rotation, and scale. Um, they are relative to their parent. Yeah, that's why we call it a local space. To better understand what is the difference between world space and local space, let's try to do some experiments. Yeah, I will rotate back my cube to 0, 0, and 0. Yeah, and I will scale it something like this. Yeah, or you can scale it anything or any way you want. Then create a child of a cube. Yeah. For example, let's create a sphere. Yeah, make sure you have selected your cube first before right clicking. Yeah, select your cube and right click here. Then select 3D object, sphere. Yeah, and then I will move my sphere upward, and you can see that my sphere is actually a little bit squishy. Yeah. What if I create a sphere in the world space? Yeah. I will deselect anything from my hierarchy, and then I will create a sphere. Yeah. As you can see, we have a difference here. If I create a sphere on the root, yeah, it will be created with the default properties. Yeah, the rotation 0, 0, 0, and the scale of 1, 1, and 1. Meanwhile, if you look at the sphere as a child of a cube, yeah, you will see that the scale is also 1, 1, and 1. Yeah. So how come that the sphere is a bit squishy and then the sphere is a totally perfect sphere? Yeah, you may wonder. Yeah, it is because the sphere is a child from this cube. Yeah, if you remember from your OOP, yeah, from your object-oriented course, then you may remember that parent inherits anything to all of their children. Yeah, it also applies here. So if a cube has a transform like this, yep, in the position 0, 0, -1, rotation 0, 0, 0, and the scale of roughly 5.6, 2.0, and 5.3, yeah, then if you create any child for the cube, then the sphere will actually inherit the position, rotation, and scale as well. Yeah, that's why we call the sphere is located on the local space. Now with space, there is the cube's space. Yeah, you can also scale, rotate, and move your sphere, and all of them will be applied, will be recalculated. Yeah, relative to the parent, that is the cube. Yeah, so that is the difference between world space and local space. Yeah, remember that all children will inherit the transform from the parent. Yeah, let's see if I detach this sphere from this cube. Yeah, look at the inspector here. To detach any game object from its parent, simply drag it, yeah, until you see the line here. Let me zoom it first that you can see better. Yeah, just drag until you see the line. Yeah, the circle at the beginning of this line represents the level of the hierarchy. Yeah, so this is the root, and then this means that the sphere will be created as the child of a cube. Okay, let me detach it here and look at the scale properties from my sphere here. Okay, now it changes completely. My scale is now 8.4, 0.98, and 2.91. Yeah, if you notice also the position is also changed. Yeah, it's no longer minus 0.03, 0.8, and minus 0.009. Yeah, but it changed to these values. Yeah, so please remember, if you created a child for any game objects, it will inherit the transform from its parent. Okay, for now, please do this exercise. Yep. Please create a car from primitives as pictures. You will need 2 cubes and 4 spheres of you, or if you want, you can also use, let's say, you can also use cylinder as the wheels. Yeah, please create this car first. Yeah, and please make sure that the car's front is at the positive z-axis. Yeah, so actually, if my front car is over here, yeah, then it will point to the x. Sorry, not x, but z-axis in the positive direction. Yeah, please create it first. Then later on, I will show you how I create this car. Okay, have you finished creating your car? Yeah, I will show you how I create the same car here. First, I will delete all of these game objects. They are not used anymore. Yeah. To create a car, I will start by creating an empty game object first. Yeah, this will be the root of my car. I can simply rename this game object into car. You can rename it here, or you can just simply press F2. Yeah. Okay, and now I will create the body first. body. Let me zoom in. Yeah, I will reset my position to 0, 0, 0. Make sure rotation also 0, 0, and 0. But for the scale, now I will scale my car to, yeah, maybe something like this. Yeah, this is the body of my car, and I will regard my front car is here. Yeah, the face that points towards the positive z axis. And then add another cube. This is the top of my car. Resize it as needed. Yeah, maybe something like this. Yeah, I will make this side longer a little bit, so I know that this is the front of my car. Yeah, if you want, you can also add something to represent the front of the car. Yeah, maybe some two little lamps using two little spheres, or so on. Yeah, and then I will add the wheels. For now, I will just simply use a sphere here. I will rename this into front right tire, and then position it something like this at the right side of my car. Yeah, this is actually not a very good car, yeah, because the wheel is not something like the ordinary wheel. Whoops. Okay, this is my front right tire. I will duplicate it to the left side. Yeah. To duplicate, you can right click it and choose duplicate. The shortcut is Ctrl and D. Yeah, so it is actually duplicated. Front left tire. Yeah, or maybe it's a good idea to group the tire in with an empty game object. Yeah, but I won't do it here. Okay, let's see. This side is a little bit dark because of the lighting here. Okay, let's say that this is the position of my front left tire. Okay, and then I will select both of them and duplicate it to create the back tires. Yes, something like this. I will rename this to back right tire, and this one is back left tire. Okay, so here is my car. Yeah, not a good one, but it will suffice for now. Yeah, because we created a new car from primitive game objects. Okay, this is my car. Yeah, but what can my car do for now? Yeah, if you play it now, then, well, there goes nothing. Yeah, and where is the car in the game? Yeah, in the game window. It is not shown. Yeah, if it is not shown, then please check the position of your car Yeah, here I will look at my camera first. Yeah, as you can see here, my camera is at 0, 1, and -10. I will reset this to 0, 0, and -10. Yeah, and you can see here the thin white lines actually represents the field of view from my camera. Yeah, it is actually called a frustum of the camera. Yeah, any game objects that is not inside this trapezoid will be not rendered in the game window. Yeah, so that's why my car is not shown here. I must reset my car's position so that it will be located inside the field of view of my camera. Yeah, let's see. If I reset the position to 0, 0, and 0, then I will have something like this. Yeah, my car is at 0, 0, 0. Sorry, my car at 0, 0, 0, and my main camera is 0, 0, -10. So that means my camera is behind the car. Yeah, that's fine for now. But if you want to render the car so that you will see the side of the car instead of the back, you can just manipulate the camera. Yeah, I will leave my camera like this. Okay, so hopefully you have mastered the basics of Unity. Yeah? We have talked about the windows of the Unity editor. Yeah, we have at least 6 main windows here: scene, game, hierarchy, inspector, project, and console. Yeah, we have also created game objects and a very simple car by using a primitive game objects. Yeah. We have learned about how to manipulate the game objects using these tools. Yeah, the move, rotate, and then the scale and transform tool. We have also learned how to navigate in the scene. Yeah, we have so many to learn, and I hope this will be a very interesting experience for you. Yeah, playing in the Unity. Yeah, creating a game is actually so much fun. Yeah, but of course, if we can interact with the object, yeah, as a player, it is not fun at all. Yeah, if you run this game, nothing happens. Yeah, the car stays at the same position, and until you close your game, nothing happens. Yeah. Next one, we will create a very simple interaction. Yeah, we will move the car by itself, and then we will also detect user inputs. Yeah, to move the car at will. Yeah, at the player's will. Yeah. So in the next video, you will be able to create a playable game object. Yeah, this is accomplished by using scripting in Unity. Yeah, please look at the next video right after this.